The strawberries are heavy in the morning sun. My uncle's field is humming with the seasons run. A basket on my elbow and a straw hat low. I taste the fifth one. Juice on every row. A bee is circling slowly at my wrist again. I do not flinch, we have an understanding then. The wind is warm and lazy on my collarbone, the kind of June that only youth can own. He is calling me to dinner from across the field, but 5 more minutes please, the air won't yield. The light is gold on every red and every green, and I am 23 and finally seen. I wanna keep this hour somewhere in my chest, beside the better letters and the slower rest. The bees, the berries, and the basket on my hip. The way the world has loosened all its grip. He calls again and now I have to go. The kitchen smells of garlic and the day is slow, but I will keep this June inside my bones for all the rooms I'll live in, all the homes. Strawberry fields in June, soft and slow. Strawberry fields in June, how they go. And I with red upon my fingertips, alive. The window is so tall I sit upon the ledge. The coffee small and bitter in my cup. Below me Paris wakes in soft installments. The bakery, the bus, the lifting up. The school children cross the street in pairs and threes. Madame Dubois walks pepping at 7:15. The young man on the corner buys a paper. The widow waters geraniums between. And no one looks up, no one ever knows that I am here, the keeper of the street, the witness of the morning slow unfolding, the audience for everyone I meet. 11 years of mornings on this window, 11 years of strangers becoming dear. I do not need to know their names to love them. I love them by the simple fact they're a street I do not say. Morning coffee at the window. Morning coffee at the window. And Paris does not know, but I am home. The bicycle was green and slightly rusted. The basket on the front a little loose. The lavender on both sides of the roadway, a purple sea, a gentle promise true. The wheels click softly, almost like a metronome. The wind is warm and lazy on my face. No phone, no map, no destination calling, just lavender and afternoon and space. There's no one here to see me take a photograph. No friend beside me marveling at the view. And somehow that has made it perfect finally. A beauty I don't have to share with you. My grandmother had lavender in pots behind her kitchen by the wooden gate. The smell brings her into the road beside me. She is here, although it took me long to wait. I'm 46 and learning how to do it, to love a thing without a witness near. The bicycle, the road, the purple ocean, and me alone, alive, and finally here. Bicycle down the lavender road. Bicycle down the lavender road. And I am all the audience I need. I found her in the back of the closet, a letter sealed in 17-year handwriting, addressed to me, the woman I would later open in 2026. She wrote, inviting. I sat down on the floor with wine beside me. I read her dreams, her worries, and her hopes. She wanted to be famous, wanted travel. She wanted love that wouldn't need its ropes. Most of her dreams did not arrive as planned, dear. Most of her worries turned out not to count. The life I lived was smaller and was kinder than the one her teenage heart had tried to mount. At the bottom of the page page she wrote a sentence in careful pen, in handwriting so young. I hope you have been kinder to yourself than I am being to me. I hope you found a tongue. And then I hope you have learned how to rest love and signed it with a heart and her old name. I held the page until the light was dimmer. I whispered back, I'm trying all the same. Letter from my younger self. Letter from my younger self. And both of us at last are here. The blanket red and white upon the grass, the river slow, the bottle close at hand. He read a poem out loud about a sparrow. I rested on his stomach in the sand. The bread was warm, the peach was almost dripping. The cheese was sharper than the afternoon. The clouds above were rearranging slowly, and no one had to leave the picnic soon. I thought I'd like to keep this exact hour, the book, the river, and this quiet voice. I'd like to take it with me to the ending. A picnic is, I think, a kind of choice. He turned a page and read another stanza about a girl who lived beside a sea. I did not know if he had chosen wisely, or if the poem was simply choosing me. The sun moved on, the rosé bottle emptied. The blanket gathered sandals on at last. But every Sunday since I taste that picnic, the peach, the page, the river running past. Sunday picnic by the river. Sunday picnic by the river. And we in love beneath the bending sky. The gravel path was longer than I'd pictured. The cypress trees were taller than the year. The White House at the top with shutters blue dear. The wisteria above the door so near. The Smoke was rising from this small stone chimney. The hills were gold beneath the slow descent. I walked the path with suitcase getting heavier, and every step a kind of prayer that meant I bought this house last year with savings older than any of the cities I had known. The first house that was mine and only mine, dear. The first roof I could finally call my own. The door was open just the way I'd left it. The cat I had adopted on the sill. The kettle still half full, the chair still waiting. The book I had been reading half still. Inside the silence of my kitchen and listened to the evening through the wall. The shutters creaked, the wind began its evening. The hills outside began to slowly fall. The whole long song of every year arrived here. Each verse I lived had brought me to this measure. The chorus of my life was finally singing. The house upon the hill, the simple treasure. The house on the hill at dusk. The house on the hill at dusk. The whole long song is finally arrived. The whole long song has finally arrived. And I, at last am home. The attic dust was older than my body. A box of papers tied with twine and time. And there inside, in colored pencil softness, a map of somewhere I had drawn at 9. Solanera, the country I invented, with cities I had named with careful hand. Bellwether in the north, and Honeyport, the harbor, and Quiet Hill, where every brave girl planned. The murmuring river through the forest, the linden woods where wolves were kind and tame. The girl who drew this map knew where she lived in, and I forgot her city, I forgot her name. I traced the river with the fingertip now grown. tree house in the woods of South Solanera, the only home I knew with absolute grace. Take the map and tape it to my fridge now. A country I will move back into slow. The girl who drew it lives inside me, waiting. She knows the way, and now I think I know. The map I drew at 12. The map I drew at 12. And finally, I read it for myself. The hotel had 8 rooms and 1 small staircase. My window faced a canal, narrow and slow. The owner spoke a little broken English. I spoke a little broken Flemish, you know. Each morning he would bring a wooden tray then, the bread still warm, the cheese of Belgian gold, a jar of jam, his daughter's name upon it, a coffee strong enough to warm the cold. We never had a conversation longer than weather and a smile and bonjourné. But every breakfast was a kind of language, a tenderness no fluent words could say. On my last morning, slipping underneath the doorway, a note in shaky English, careful hand. Thank you for staying quietly, dear lady. Please come back to us. You understand. Held the note until the station took me. I did not cry until the train pulled out. Some kindnesses are tiny as a folded paper, and large as everything we ever doubt. The old hotel in Bruges, the old hotel in Bruges, and I, who finally felt seen, unfused. The papers piled beside me, blue and red. The classroom empty, every child in bed. The piano in the corner had not sung for longer than the children had been young. I sat down on the bench, the wood was cold, my fingers older than I had been told. But somehow they remembered every key, the way a body keeps what minds let free. A piece my mother played in 1962, a Sadie slow and silver, soft and true. The schoolhouse filled with every autumn taught, each child I'd watched grow up, each gift, each thought. The janitor came down the hall and stopped. He did not knock, he did not let the door frame drop. He simply stood and listened from the threshold, the way that listening can be a kind of gold. I played until the windows turned to evening. I played until I cried without a sound. He waited there until I finished breathing, and then he gently swept and turned around. The old piano in the schoolhouse, the old piano in the schoolhouse. And I, who knew the song I'd lost, women in the back room of a fabric shop, 5 chairs around a table, 30 years old. We stitched and laughed and drank the cheapest red wine, and complained about our husbands, hot and cold. And Anna left us first, the cancer quick and quiet. We left her chair, we filled her glass anyway. We told her favorite stories, oh, we tried to. And somehow she was with us through that day. Now Matilda's gone, the spring took her gently 3 chairs around the table, 4 glasses raised. The quilt we have been sewing for a decade will outlive every one of us unfazed. Genevieve still tells the joke about the priest. Lucy still wears the hat that makes us laugh. I still bring the cheese that nobody requested. We are the last 3 in our photograph. Fabric in our laps is years of patches, of dresses worn by daughters now grown old. We do not say it, but we know the quilt will be finished by the daughters we have told. The sewing circle, Tuesday nights. The sewing circle, Tuesday nights. And every empty chair is full of light. The strawberries are heavy in the morning sun. My uncle's field is humming with the seasons run. A basket on my elbow and a straw hat low. I taste the 5th one. Juice on every row. A bee is circling slowly at my wrist again. I do not flinch, we have an understanding then. The wind is warm and lazy on my collarbone, the kind of June that only youth can own. He is calling me to dinner from across the field, but 5 more minutes please, the air won't yield. The light is gold on every red and every green, and I am 23 and finally seen. I wanna keep this hour somewhere in my chest, beside the better letters and the slower rest. The bees, the berries, and the basket on my hip. The way the world has loosened all its grip. He calls again and now I have to go. The kitchen smells of garlic and the day is slow, but I will keep this June inside my bones, for all the rooms I'll live in, all the homes. Strawberry fields in June, soft and slow. Strawberry fields in June, how they go. coffee small and bitter in my cup. Below me Paris wakes in soft installments. The bakery, the bus, the lifting up. The school children cross the street in pairs and threes. Madame Dubois walks pepping at 7:15. The young man on the corner buys a paper. The widow waters geraniums between. And no one looks up, no one ever knows that I am here, the keeper of the street, the witness of the morning slow unfolding, the audience for everyone I meet. 11 years of mornings on this window. 11 years of strangers becoming dear. I do not need to know their names to love them. I love them by the simple fact they're here. Some people think that watching is a lonely way to spend the early hours of the day. But I am partner to the entire city, beloved by a street I do not say. Morning coffee at the window. Morning coffee at the window. And Paris does not know, but I am home. The bicycle was green and slightly rusted. The basket on the front a little loose. The lavender on both sides of the roadway. A purple sea, a gentle promise true. The wheels click softly, almost like a metronome. The wind is warm and lazy on my face. No phone, no map, no destination calling. Just lavender and afternoon and space. There's no one here to see me take a photograph. No friend beside me marveling at the view. And somehow that has made it perfect finally. A beauty I don't have to share with you. My grandmother had lavender in pots behind her kitchen by the wooden gate. The smell brings her into the road beside me. She is here, although it took me long to wait. I'm 46 and learning how to do it. To love a thing without a witness near. The bicycle, the road, the purple ocean, and me alone, alive, and finally here. Bicycle down the lavender road. Bicycle down the lavender road. I found her in the back of the closet, a letter sealed in 17-year handwriting, addressed to me, the woman I would later open in 2026. She wrote, inviting. I sat down on the floor with wine beside me. I read her dreams, her worries, and her hopes. She wanted to be famous, wanted travel. She wanted love that wouldn't need its ropes. Most of her dreams did not arrive as planned, dear. Most of her worries turned out not to count. The life I lived was smaller and was kinder than the one her teenage heart had tried to mount. At the bottom of the page she wrote a sentence in careful pen, in handwriting so young. I hope you have been kinder to yourself than I am being to me. I hope you found a tongue. And then I hope you have learned how to rest love and signed it with a heart and her old name. I held the page until the light was dimmer. I whispered back, I'm trying all the same. Letter from my younger self. Letter from my younger self. And both of us at last are here. The blanket red and white upon the grass, the river slow, the bottle close at hand. He read a poem out loud about a sparrow. I rested on his stomach in the sand. The bread was warm, the peach was almost dripping. The cheese was sharper than the afternoon. The clouds above were rearranging slowly, and no one had to leave the picnic soon. I thought I'd like to keep this exact hour, the book, the river, and this quiet voice. I'd like to take it with me to the ending. A picnic is, I think, a kind of choice. He turned a page and read another stanza about a girl who lived beside a sea. I did not know if he had chosen wisely, or if the poem was simply choosing me. picnic by the river. Sunday picnic by the river. And we in love beneath the bending sky. The gravel path was longer than I'd pictured. The cypress trees were taller than the year. The White House at the top with shutters blue dear. The wisteria above the door so near. The smoke was rising from this small stone chimney. The hills were gold beneath the slow descent. I walked the path with suitcase getting heavier, and every step a kind of prayer that meant I bought this house last year with savings older than any of the cities I had known. The first house that was mine and only mine, dear. The first roof I could finally call my own. The door was open just the way I'd left it. The cat I had adopted on the sill. The kettle still half full, the chair still waiting. The book I had been reading half still. Inside the silence of my kitchen and listened to the evening through the wall. The shutters creaked, the wind began its evening. The hills outside began to slowly fall. The whole long song of every year arrived here. Each verse I lived had brought me to this measure. The chorus of my life was finally singing. The house upon the hill, the simple treasure. The house on the hill at dusk. The house on the hill at dusk. The whole long song is finally arrived. The whole long song has finally arrived. And I, at last I'm home. The attic dust was older than my body. A box of papers tied with twine and time. And there inside, in colored pencil softness, a map of somewhere I had drawn at 9. So Lomière, the country I invented, with cities I had named with careful hand. Bellwether in the north, and Honeyport the harbor, and Quiet Hill where every brave girl planned. The murmuring river through the forest, the linden woods where wolves were kind and tame. The girl who drew this map knew where she lived in, and I forgot her city, I forgot her name. I trace the river with the fingertip now grown. I find the X that marked my secret place, a tree house in the woods of South Solanera, the only home I knew with absolute grace. Take the map and tape it to my fridge now, a country I will move back into slow. The girl who drew it lives inside me, waiting. She knows the way, and now I think I know the map I drew at 12. The map I drew at 12. And finally, I read it for myself. The hotel had 8 rooms and 1 small staircase. My window faced a canal, narrow and slow. The owner spoke a little broken English. I spoke a little broken Flemish, you know. Each morning he would bring a wooden tray then, the bread still warm, the cheese of Belgian gold, a jar of jam, his daughter's name upon it, a coffee strong enough to warm the cold. We never had a conversation longer than weather and a smile and bonjourné. But every breakfast was a kind of language, a tenderness no fluent words could say. On my last morning, slipping underneath the doorway, a note in shaky English, careful hand. Thank you for staying quietly, dear lady. Please come back to us. You understand. out until the station took me. I did not cry until the train pulled out. Some kindnesses are tiny as a folded paper, and large as everything we ever doubt. The old hotel in Bruges, the old hotel in Bruges, and I, who finally felt seen, unfused. The papers piled beside me, blue and red. The classroom empty, every child in bed. The piano in the corner had not sung for longer than the children had been young. I sat down on the bench, the wood was cold, my fingers older than I had been told, but somehow they remembered every key, the way a body keeps what minds let free. A piece my mother played in 1962, a Sadie slow and silver, soft and true. The schoolhouse filled with every autumn taught, each child I'd watched grow up, each gift, each thought. The janitor came down the hall and stopped. He did not knock, he did not let the door frame drop. He simply stood and listened from the threshold, the way that listening can be a kind of gold. I played until the windows turned to evening. I played until I cried without a sound. He waited there until I finished breathing, and then he gently swept and turned around. The old piano in the schoolhouse, the old piano in the schoolhouse, and I, who knew the song I'd lost. Women in the back room of a fabric shop, 5 chairs around a table, 30 years old. We stitched and laughed and drank the cheapest red wine. complained about our husbands, hot and cold. And Anna left us first, the cancer quick and quiet. We left her chair, we filled her glass anyway. We told her favorite stories, oh, we tried to. And somehow she was with us through that day. Now Matilde is gone, the spring took her gently. 3 chairs around the table, 4 glasses raised. The quilt we have been sewing for a decade will outlive every one of us unfazed. Genevieve still tells the joke about the priest. Lucy still wears the hat that makes us laugh. I still bring the cheese that nobody requested. We are the last 3 in our photograph. Fabric in our lapses, years of patches, of dresses worn by daughters now grown old. We do not say it, but we know the quilt will be finished by the daughters we have told. The sewing circle, Tuesday nights. The sewing circle, Tuesday nights. And every empty chair is full of light.